both Facebook and my email.
Cool.
I'll share with it that widget I use that tracks my email, opens and closes and tracking. We are live. We are live, Mark. Good afternoon. This is Elevate Your Profits. Tom Ginn and
Mark Gassert.
Hey, welcome here this afternoon. What's up, Mark? Let's talk a little bit about what
it's another, sensational Monday, and been on the phone for a few hours today, but had a great weekend. Was actually warm here yesterday, and come to think of it, on this Friday, I think it is this Friday, I'll be doing a baseball game of all things. Do you believe that? Football's over and it's starting again. We're into basketball, but
I love this time of year for basketball. March Madness is coming up here, and then baseball kicks off in April. So never any downtime for sports.
I got to ask you, how you feeling today? Is everything rocking and rolling in your world? Do you feel better?
Well, yes, I'm, following a stricter protocol on fluids and stuff with my gout. I just want let me talk about that. Can't make any medical claims, cures, or anything about ASEA, but it was this that minimized the discomfort on my foot that let me get through the last 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks. It's been a very uncomfortable situation. Not only did it affect my pain in my joints and all that, but I felt sick all over. I lost energy and everything else. But plus taking the liquid as for protocol also on top of it definitely made a difference in me getting back up on my feet again. So
right.
Yeah, tonight we'll be talking a little bit more about the ASEA opportunity.
Sure.
Not from our perspective, but from Benjamin Gay III. He couldn't make it tonight, but we do have a recorded session with him and Dr. David Silverman, who's on the medical advisory board. Great conversation, so we'll be playing that tonight. So for those that are looking for a serious opportunity to make a difference for yourself financially and with health, we encourage you to take a serious, good, hard look at ASEA. Very unique opportunity, very unique company, very unique technology. So if you look at all the parameters, if you're looking for extra income, this is by far one of the best ones I've seen because everybody can benefit from the product. It's not an isolated niche product. Everybody's concerned about their health and want to work proactively or work on conditions that are affecting them on their day-to-day life. And just another example, it does work. It helped with my arthritic knees, and it worked with my bout with gout. Like I said, we can't make medical claims that this product cures or anything, but it can't hurt you. It's native to the body. Doesn't interfere with anything you're currently doing. So if you're concerned about your health or somebody else you love or care about, we encourage you to look at ASEA. It's definitely one of a kind product and one of a kind opportunity as well. So, Mark, if you'd like to expand on anything I said, go ahead, bud.
Well, I just think that the gel is for me is an umpire's best friend. If you have any type of discomfort throughout the day, for those that officiate, and most of us aren't getting to be spring chickens or younger, unfortunately, but it's a good program to use, I feel, just to prevent things from happening. Because if you're on your feet a lot, even if you work in a warehouse setting, there's a lot of things I thought about this gel and, taking the liquid. It's a good thing to use.
I use a gel. I don't work in a stand-up environment or a physical environment anymore. Sitting here in my desk all day, my neck and shoulder gets tight.
Sure.
I'll put the gel on my neck, and boy, do I get some good relief, boost my energy, my focus and clarity goes up just like that. So it's more than just discomfort relief or pain relief. It does more than that. So This product here was originally taking the redox molecules. Our skin's an organ, and when we age, that's oxidation. That's what your body's doing. That's what your organs are doing. When you put this on your skin, it definitely keeps you looking younger. So it has that benefit as well, besides all the other therapeutic benefits. So to learn more about it, I'll put up in the comments, there'll be the link to learn more about ASEA underneath this video on Facebook and YouTube. All the resources you need are there. So anything else you'd like to share?
That's pretty much it, Tom. I mean, you introduced me to it, and I will tell you right now, I was a big time skeptic, but till I started using it, and that's all I can tell you.
Like when you say skeptic, I always come from this point. It's okay to be skeptic, especially when we don't know something about something. But cynical is not where you want to be. Skepticism ultimately leads to a truth answer. So it causes you to investigate. And thank you for investigating. And I'm glad to have you part of our team and part of this movement with ASEA. We got a lot of work to do. And one of the things I want to let people know about the business opportunity before we get into Ben's interview with Dr. Silverman is there's a lot of ways. We talked about this last week. There's a lot of different types of businesses. Taking your talent or your gift and creating a business, that's ultimately creating a job for yourself. But a real business, if you follow Robert Kiyosaki's 4 income quadrants, this quadrant here, residual passive income, is where we all want to be, where we're making money while we sleep residually. And people don't realize this. We hear a lot of the hype out there about making $1 million or having $1 million. I'll share this with you. If you're willing to invest a reasonable amount of effort and time for the next 1.5 to 2 years and generate a $2,500 a month income, you have $1 million business asset. It can be sold, willed, transferred, ownership. Isn't that what ultimately we're wanting is increasing our net worth? This would do it. Plus you get that monthly income. So $2,500 does equal $1 million asset if it's residual income in a business enterprise. And that's valuation of a business, is what's your cash flow, what's your profit. And that's one of the things I encourage people to look at. If they're looking to build financial security, there's different ways to do it. But network marketing, there's a lot of misconceptions, and Ben's going to be talking a little bit about why he's back in the game. So we want you to share and tag this out. You never know who we're going to touch. Maybe it's you. If you have any questions or concern, you know how to get a hold of Mark and I. Just direct message us, email us, whatever the case may be, and we'll be glad to get to you appropriate information and get all your questions answered. So with that all said, I'm going to do our little EYP explosion, and we'll get rocking and rolling here, bud. Okay?
Outstanding, Tom. Looking forward to it.
Well, Mark, we are ready to roll. I'm ready to share the screen with Ben's interview. This interview was done about 2 weeks ago. We've done a previous one. Ben talked about all the reasons why he's back in the game. He said he'd never get involved in network marketing until hell froze over. And there were 4 things that would cause that to happen. Number 1, if he owned the company. Number 2, there was such a unique product that separated you from everything else in that marketplace or space, a reasonable compensation plan, and a company that is doing the business for the right reason. When we shared it with Ben, it was primarily on the product side first. He looked at it, recognized something's very special. And when I talked to him again, he said this to me, Tom, I'm more interested than you realize. And I said, what do you mean, Ben? He said, I want to get in the business. I was flabbergasted. If you know Ben Gay's story, here's a guy that was the heading Holiday Magic, one of the biggest makeup companies, network marketing companies in the United States back in the 60s and early 70s. And isn't that he has anything negative about network marketing? He's done it all. He's been still in the industry, training and consulting and helping people to be successful with his writings and his coaching. But when he looked at all the parameters, he says, number one, he said, I'll never own the company, but I can build my own company within the company and take advantage of all those other three elements. So there's a man of wisdom. And if I would always question somebody of his stature, why are they getting in this business? I'd ask that question. Maybe I should take a good hard look at this myself. There might be something here. You never know until you stop and inquire. Would you agree, Mark?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean,
so.
if it's good enough for Ben, I mean, I think you need to rethink the equation. He's been around and see some things come and go. So
he's seen the good, the bad, and the ugly. So
yeah.
he sees all the good here. So he's rolled up his sleeves, and we're starting to help Ben get his business off the ground with ASEA. So if you would like to work directly with Ben, we can make that happen. If you want to work with myself or Mark directly, we can make that happen as well. It's a great opportunity, and we're glad to help you accomplish whatever you're looking for. So let me go to
and those noises you hear in the background are people notifying Tom left and right.
Yeah, I'm getting a lot of notifications coming in, so that's a good thing. So give me a thumbs up or a comment, Mark, if everything's working good. Can you see the screen?
Oh, yes.
Here we go. This interview was done 2.5 weeks ago by Dr. David Silverman and Ben. So here we go.
We're with David Silverman, Dr. David Silverman again, and I wanted to ask some more business-like questions. There's no doubt in my mind the products are wonderful. I've seen results from them. I've talked to people. I got no doubt about the product. And so let me go back to my old business side, and that is, how does someone honestly and ethically make money in this business, spreading the word? And the joy of this is, for me, I would tell everybody anyway, just like you tell good news to friends. So, but to monetize it, Doctor, how does someone get started and make money in this business?
Absolutely. Thanks, Ben, for asking me to be here. And, I'm very passionate about this. The product, every person on this planet deserves to know about this breakthrough because it benefits everybody. And so I wear a couple of hats in the company. I'm on the medical professional board of the company, which is a volunteer position. But with your question about the opportunity side, once I did my due diligence on the product and the people, right? The products, the people, the patents, I said, I'm in. I knew the product worked. I said, these are ethical people. I want to get the info. So I wear a couple hats. And on the medical board, it's a volunteer position. And the entrepreneur side is what's called an ambassador triple diamond. It just means I told people who told people who told people. And along the way, we help everybody with the product. We help people who want to make a little extra money. They then make $500 extra, which is a lot for a lot of households. $500 a month just coming in on a recurring basis. And then we find people that think big. Now, you're a big thinker. You know the potential here. Like I saw it. I was like, my God, I knew network marketing. I swore I would never do it again. I did very well, and then the rug got pulled out from under me, and my life was a shambles, and a lot of stress on our marriage, and it was bad, and I swore I would never do it again. But like you, I kind of tiptoed around this a little bit, did my investigation, and once I had all my answers, I'm in. So Ambassador Triple Diamond, I was Business Builder of the Year in 2020, but from the company awarded that. And then from my peers, the other diamonds around the world, I was voted Mentor of the Year also, which I'm proud of.
That's your greatest achievement.
It really is. Besides my children, I'd say that's it. I mean, I just because I'm passionate about this. I want to help people. I want to help them with the product. I want to help them make money. I want to help them anyway. Everybody's struggling these days or settling. So from a business perspective, when they turn down the offer from the pharmaceutical company, again, there's a video called The Genesis of ASEA that explains that. It shows in 16 minutes what happened and why they decided not to sell it to the pharmaceutical company, but decided to land it on network marketing, word of mouth, not making any medical claims. It's not a drug. We can't make medical claims. But what they did was all of the money that would go to advertisers and spokespeople, and if it were a drug reps, all of that chunk of money that was going to come from selling the product, it goes to us. So I've actually, I just, while we were talking, I pulled up a PowerPoint here. Let me just illustrate it, and let's take a second. Because people that don't understand network marketing will find this very, very interesting. I'll come back to that. That's the company's numbers. But here it is. So the money that would go to advertisers goes to us, right? So this is exactly what happens. So if this is you become an associate versus a customer, right? You can order it as a customer, you just can't make any money. But if you're an associate, you're set up in business. They give you websites, they give you the support, they do the accounting, they do the R&D, they do the shipping, they do returns, they do everything. All we do is tell people about it. So if you tell your friend about this, the company, ASEA, which the product's produced in the United States in an FDA registered production facility and shipped to 26 distribution centers around the world. We're in 34 countries now. But let's say you're in Iowa and your friend's in Iowa, all right? The company will send them the product with a money back guarantee, and then they send you some money, because that's the money that would have gone to advertisers. It goes to you. Well, every time, you know this, Ben, every time this person gets product, you get paid. That's a beautiful thing, right? Well, the fact is that since 90% of people go through life struggling or settling, there's a 90% chance that this person is going through life struggling or settling, or would like to make a difference. Well, they become an associate, and they tell their friend. Now, the company is doing all of the work. They're shipping the product to this person, but now they pay your friend, and they pay you, because the money that would be going there is going to us. Well, when you look at this, you know this, I know this, you know what's going to happen in your business. You're just starting. This is what happens. It starts to spread, and they're paying you for this. So you're creating a ripple effect. You throw a rock in a pond, the rock goes to the bottom, but the ripples just keep going out. So the beautiful thing about this is there's no borders, there's no territories. And you can make more money than the person above you. My person who introduced this to me, Debbie, she's in the Millionaires Club, but I out-earn her. And I'm under her because I built a bigger business. And you're probably going to build a bigger business than me. But what I love about it is this. It's not just money. You're making money while you sleep, because you do work once and you get paid over and over and over again. So it's not just money that you're earning, it's security. So that's how the business side of it works. And I can share the numbers of the company if you want to. I have a slide that has up-to-date numbers, but I just want to answer what questions you have for me.
Well, once you show that slide, you give folks the feeling of growth and security. But that's wonderful, and so much simpler than my early days in network marketing. Even though the concept is the same about the spread of money, we did work. We got a big check and we had to divvy it up and mail out the others to other people. And we had to buy and store the product in advance. So you hope that your projections were right, or else you had a lifetime supply of whatever.
In your garage.
In your garage, yeah. And so that would be interesting, just a brief review
Sure.
of the growth of the company.
Sure, and that's the thing, and 90% of companies, let alone network marketing companies, don't make it to their 10th year. 90% are gone. So you can build something and then it's just gone. Plus, you don't control the ethics of the company. I mean, when I owned my own practice, I was the top. Everybody worked for me. I knew my ethics, but I didn't. When I was my first network marketing company, I got very disillusioned. So here's what's going on with this company. It's based in the United States. That's the headquarters in Pleasant Grove, Utah. And I'll have you're going to visit there. When I get back from Asia, hopefully we can go visit. And below is the FDA registered production facility. So the salient points are this: 13 years old, they were profitable in the first year of business, increased revenue every year. They have no debt. No debt. They don't borrow money. They could grow faster if they did borrow, but they decided, no, we're not going to be beholden to anybody. It's all just a few private investors. So it's run by experienced, conservative, and I underlined ethical management team. You met Tyler. That was your last T to cross. I know, having a conversation with the founder, and then you're like, let's go. And it is an FDA registered production facility. There is a site that I put together that has a video of a walkthrough, a 5-minute walkthrough. It's called gettingyoungerclub.com. My contact information is not there. You have your own Linktree site, and people are going to be able to call Tom Ginn to get more information or enroll or whatever. But this does require some hand holding when people get started. You can't just do it on your own, and you don't want to do it with someone who doesn't know what they're doing. Right? We got our stuff together. This is just a working machine, like a watch now. So then what happens after they produce it? It's shipped to over 20 global distribution centers. It's in 30 markets. We're US, Canada, Mexico, over 20 countries in Europe, Australia, New Zealand. China for e-commerce just opened, but we're in 6 other countries in Asia. That's why I'm going over there in a couple of weeks. Done over $1 billion in sales. And these are recent numbers. We don't have the 2022 numbers yet, but this is up to 21. You can see the growth. When things go viral, companies have a real problem because they can't produce enough. What I love about this, not only is it patented and it's intellectual property and it's not reverse engineerable, I love that there's no supply chain needed. All they need to make this product is pure salt and pure water. And you'll see it in that video. When you go through this video at the bottom at that site and watch the video, you'll see how they make it. And you'll see a walk of the plant by the president and the COO. But right now, if it ran 24 hours a day, which it doesn't, it could produce $800 million worth of product. But Burtis Norton, who was in charge of international strategy, that $36 billion a year company, when he had it built, he had enough room. He left enough room in it so that they can put in 2 separate two additional production lines. So literally, it would take 2 weeks. This thing goes viral, and it will. It's going to hit a tipping point, like Malcolm Gladwell talks about. In 2 weeks, they can go to 1.6 billion, and then they can go to almost 3 billion, 2.5 billion, very, very quickly. So. And then they have contingency plans when it goes beyond that. But this will be a $20 billion company. It's just a matter of time. Anybody that takes the gel and doesn't believe me, and they find 10 people that are hurting, and they put it on 3 times in 5 minutes, and in 10 minutes ask them how they feel, they know that this is just a matter of time before the lid blows off. So we're post-risk. Remember, 90% of companies don't make it to their 10th year. We're in our 14th year, growing. We're entering momentum stage. So they pay us, not advertisers, as I said, residual income without limits to tell other people. So we find product users, people who need the product, people that don't sleep well, people that have sugar problems, breathing problems, libido problems, weight problems, mood problems, children, spectral problems. And we can't make claims, but we can tell them, look, this is the safest water. And we have resources that Tom Ginn, when they call your contact, Tom Ginn, our team member, he will give them this additional information. We just meet people where they're at and say, look, it can't hurt you with a money back guarantee, try it. Well, a lot of these people that try the product are looking for business, but once they see that it works, the light bulb goes on. And so along the way, we identify, train, and support people who want a better life, and we have the support system in place. We have weekly Zooms, interactive, where people can ask doctors questions. We have Zooms on the business side of it, and we don't push anything with them, I have nothing against the company Amway. I respect Amway. Thank God they saved network marketing. I remember the lawsuit. But a lot of people, not just that company, bastardize the industry. They lie to people. They exaggerate. I had 3 people say, "Hey, I've got an international business. I'd like to come to a meeting." And I would say, "Is it Amway?" "No, it's not Amway." "Okay, you sure it's not Amway?" "Oh, I'm sure it's not Amway." And I go, and it was Amway. right? So it wasn't Amway's fault. It was the way that people were running the business, just kind of cheap, like sleazy, whatever. And there are a lot of great people in Amway. I'm not bashing that. I'm saying we meet people where they are. We have a gift. It's a gift for humanity. It's a breakthrough product, health, anti-aging, energy, athletic performance, opportunity. People pick what they want, and a lot of times they start with a product like me. My dad was sick. I didn't look at the business for 8 months. And now, look, I was a person that said no, 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 no. And I was business builder of the year 2 years ago. So we've got a system in place to help your people build their business.
As you know, I am famous for having said for years, people say, when are you going to get back into business? If you just start one of those companies again, I'll join instantly. And I would always say, when hell freezes over. And not too long ago, I wrote a thing for you guys. I still wasn't fully in myself, but for you guys, and gave you permission to quote it. The headline is, Hell Has Frozen Over. Because finally I found a product that was terribly unique, a marketing plan that's fair and ethical, a company that is ethical. You can have a great marketing plan, but you've got crooks on it and everything, it still doesn't make any difference. So all of the things that I said will do that. Well, the other thing I had was only if I own it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I haven't got time, energy, or whatever to own this one, nor the money at this point to buy it. But I do own my little business within this business. So I think that's close enough. And then teaming up with you guys, Tom, Tyler, you, and Mark, I'm a happy camper.
I'm happy for you. We're going to have a lot of fun together. We're going to have a lot of people with the product, and the people that want to make money, we're going to help them have a better life. This is the way network marketing was supposed to be. In fact, I'm going to share one last slide, because in case there are people that have been in network marketing, this is from Tyler, actually, and we call it next level marketing versus just multi-level marketing. And see if this rings true to you, Ben. Have I showed you this before?
No.
So Tyler did a presentation, the founder of the company, and he said, this is what network marketing is to what network marketing means to a lot of people, right? It's about convincing people. It's about transactions. It's about making money. It's about compensation. It's about, look at me, I got a yacht, a free boat, all this stuff, right? It's about getting other people to do things, right? It's a lot of hype. It's about being valued and recognized. Look at me, building checks, closing sales, a business of moving products, being able to present, right? So that's network marketing to a lot of people. And I get it. I was there. I get it. So this is what we call next level marketing. So if you make the comparison here, it's not about convincing, it's about being convicted about something. We have conviction, right? It's not just about transactions, it's transformations. We transform people physically and mentally, give them purpose. They realize they can do more to help people than a doctor at Johns Hopkins. I mean, they realize that, and we're not making medical claims, but and they come out of their shell. People that would live in the shadows their whole life, all of a sudden, are speaking on stage, and it's like, oh, look at me, I'm doing this. You know, it's thrilling. It's not about income; it's about becoming more. It's not about compensation; it's having compassion. The compensation will come. It's not about look at me, BS. It's the actual. And here's a big one: it's about doing something for others, not having them do something for us. It's about giving hope to people. It's not hype. It's recognizing you must add value or you are not going to be compensated, right? It's about building people, not building checks, about opening minds, about a breakthrough that's as big of a breakthrough as the light bulb was, not about closing sales, business of moving people, not moving product, and it's being present, not being able to present. I like to present. There's some very, very successful people in this business that do not want to present, but they're successful because they're present. They listen to the people they're with and serve them, not try to get what they want. You know what I mean? So I love that.
I have an old saying, probably from the Bible or somewhere, but it's let people and water do what they're going to do, find their own levels. And I'm a big promoter of public speaking for us because of the confidence it builds. It gives my People Builders program at San Quentin. The secret little thing was they went to the front of the room and talked to 200 people for the first time in their lives. And we had other things we were studying and doing, but you remove the public, the ability to speak in public from the formula, it wouldn't work.
Yeah.
But we drove the recidivism rate from 67% in the prison to in our People Builders 5%.
Well,
And a lot of them don't know what happened to them. So I said all that to say this: in product promotion, we built a lot of people. A lot of them went to the front of the room and said and did things they never thought they could do. And some of our bigger money makers never went to the front of the room. It just wasn't what they wanted to do. And then there's that third group I haven't thought of till right now. That's the group that wanted to go to the front of the room, but really shouldn't. So,
well, that's true.
I would drape my arm around them and say, look, your specialty is spreading the word. So that's what I want you to do.
Yeah.
But I really like that speaking. I know. And we'll get back to that someday.
Yeah.
But not now.
Well, I'll tell you what's nice is people, like you say, people don't have to speak. Our system is set up so that you're in business for yourself and not by yourself. There are enough people speaking. We have weekly Zooms, multiple weekly Zooms, different times for different time zones, where we explain ASEA and then we answer guests' questions. So it's kind of like, nobody's going to hotels for meetings anymore. It's like it's all, you can do it in your house. And then people realize, my God, I don't have to get in my car and go anywhere. I just have to start sharing this with people, and I can plug them into these things that Dr. Silverman's doing and Tom Ginn and Ben are doing. That's all we have to do. And we're just looking for the people. We're helping everybody, but we're always keeping our eyes out for people who want to run. Always, and our philosophy is this: there are people that come in that just want to play around with it. There are people who want to walk with the business, and there are people who want to run. So the ones that want to play, we're there. They can plug people into all of our things that we have. If people want to walk, we walk with them. But the ones who want to run, it's like all hands on deck. Ben wants to run. You bring in somebody who wants to run. I know you're looking. Everybody in this comp plan is looking for basically to go to the very, very top. The very, very top. You need 5 strong people to go to the very top to maximize the comp plan. And there's details on this, but when we identify those people for you, then I'm latching on to them like I latched on to you. And this is what we're going to do. We're going to build this thing big. We're going to build it fast. And the way the comp plan is set, and it's good to get in at the beginning because everybody that comes underneath will be beneath. It's kind of a nice thing for people that make the decision quickly.
So I'm not going to have to go over the Georgian Terrace ballroom in Atlanta. Where I spent much of my youth as a young adult, driving out to the house, picking them up, bringing them down, going into the ballroom. If I were an artist, I could draw what the rug in the Georgian Terrace ballroom looked like. I spent so much time staring at it.
And hearing the same words over and over again, right?
Yeah.
Now this is not your father's MLM.
All the good is still there.
Yeah.
But the things people don't care about. But mainly, in my opinion, because I could build a marketing plan around dead snails.
Well, that's where go.
Yeah. Hopefully, dead snails.
Right.
But it's the product. I mean, the product is just phenomenal. And if they want to get in and never make a dime or try and make a dime, fine. But other aspects of their life will change radically.
That's what I love. It's a win-win.
Yeah.
Win-win. So thanks for having me on, Ben. I'm glad we're going to launch this business. We're going to have a lot of fun.
The feeling is mutual, and you have a safe and wonderful trip to Asia.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It's going to be a month. I'm going to be, my goodness, all over. Singapore, Malaysia. I'm going to stop in Indonesia. I'm going to be in the Philippines. Yeah, I'm going to eat a lot of shellfish. I'm a shellfish nut. Do a lot of speed, have a lot of fun, and come home and collapse.
For 2 days.
Yeah, well, that's it.
Yeah.
Thanks, Ben.
You have a wonderful day.
Thank you so much.
Or there we have it. That's Benjamin Gay, his talk with David Silverman. Anything you'd like to that rung to you? If you were listening to this for the first time, what did you come away with?
For me, it's the way Ben explained it, what he'd had to do. And then how Dr. David, as I like to call him, took it to the next level and said, here's how we do it. You're not tracking people down. You plug people into the system. You have virtual meetings. It's not that they're against doing it face to face, but I mean, it's so much easier in trying to get people to a ballroom or a meeting space, and you'd have to drive them there, like Ben was saying. And everything's on the front end. There's no hidden agenda. It's ASEA or Redox. There's no punches pulled like when he was talking about a certain MLM organization when they said, no, it's not this, it's something else. And you can tell people exactly what it is, what it's about. And if they're open-minded enough to take a look at it for 30, 40 minutes. And the beauty of it is, Tom, is if you're not into it, you can disengage. I mean, no one's putting a gun to your head and making you sit somewhere in a chair. It's
you can't get up and walk out in front of everybody here. Here you can't.
But that's the whole point. And the way Dr. David presents everything, he's a master. I mean, I learn something new all the time, just like on this speech right here. I mean, he's phenomenal explaining things. I mean, we're blessed to have a person like that.
Yeah, we are.
I mean, and I just came crawling in here, not thinking, okay, what is this? Let me try it. And then I'm like, hey, these products work. And so, here I am. And
there's a lot of people that are concerned about the health, try it for one reason or another. They see the benefit for themselves or somebody they care about, and they recognize, how can I help more people? Because that's significant. It changes how you do your business. You're doing a business for a cause and a purpose versus a paycheck. And unfortunately, a lot of opportunities out there, business is all about the paycheck. There's nothing wrong with that.
no,
However, if you can walk this earth and not have to back into somebody's home or back into a conversation to hide what you're doing, you got something special. I don't have to apologize whatsoever to anybody about what I do and why I do what I do. It's changed my life physically. I've seen it change other people's lives significantly. I've met the leadership just like David did. I've sat in Tyler's office, kneecap to kneecap, looking him in the eye, and he's present and he understands where we're at. And he wants to help us all succeed. So very unique company, very few, even with my rank in the company, which is just in the 4th level of rank out of about 8, gives you the time. That tells you a lot about the company, that they will listen to you, take your perspective, evaluate it, and see if it fits within it. So I've had firsthand experience with leadership of this company, not just David and other leaders in the company, but the actual co-founder of the company.
Right.
And been to the facility. It's a world-class facility. There's nothing like it in the world's FDA-approved facility to do what they do in compliance. They have the highest rating ever done by any FDA inspection. That's kind of an impressive thing. The highest ever done. There's 2,000 checkpoints that a FDA does when they come into an FDA facility. They scored the highest of any company they've ever audited. And that's pretty impressive. And it's a very comprehensive audit. Everything down to the words in the documents in your sales material are audited. Make sure they're in compliance, not just how the facility operates. Is it clean and all the things that people think an audit's about in a production facility. They check everything out to the nth degree. It's pretty impressive what this company has done. They want to be, this is a legacy company. They want to be around not just 10 years or 12 years and then sell it off and disappear into the sunset. This is an opportunity for an individual to build a legacy income, a legacy net worth. And I was, like we talked about here recently, if you're willing to put the time in and build a business that's generating $2,500 a month, it equates in a business evaluation, cash flow, a business evaluation, a $1 million asset that can be sold. I can sell my business today for its business evaluation because I have the right to sell my business, just like if I had a brick and mortar or any traditional business or LLC or C Corp, I can sell my business at ASEA because people want the cash flow. So if I've put the hard work in, it's generating X cash flow consistently and it can be proven, it has market value and it can be sold. It's willable. It's a legacy company. This will create wealth for your family long term. So it's more than just making a buck today. It's about what can you do differently to give yourself financial security, but more importantly, what can it do for your health? Without our health, we can't accumulate wealth. And if we do accumulate it and we're not healthy, we can't enjoy it. Doesn't make any difference. And the simplest thing with gout, when you can't move around, you recognize how important it is to be healthy. Until we lose something like that, we take our health for granted. Don't take your health for granted.
Right.
Investigate to see it can make the difference in a significant way for whatever is going on with your health. We got the resources to get your questions answered. And we're not sales pitching here, but it just lets you know that we don't have to convince anybody. The validation's there. Everything's validated by science. This is the most studied area of health science in the world today. And when you start doing the research, we're on the right track where medical health systems or health is going in the future is cellular health. We are the tip of the spear. We're leading the way. We're making a difference out there. So if you're looking for something different, this is it. So that's Tom Ginn. I made a big decision a year ago when I evaluated, do I want to help people with their money or do I want to help people with their health? Helping people with their health is more important, has more value than somebody helping them get a bigger paycheck or put more money in their pocket. And so I have that conviction. Just like Dr. Silverman, he saw what it did for his dad. It saved his life 10 years ago. His dad got on the product, or 11 years ago. His dad is 81 years old today and free of that thing that everybody would dread having in their prostate. He is rogue cell free, best way to say it. I can't use certain words in this conversation for compliance, but connect the dots. You'll understand what we're saying. This is an amazing product, and stay in compliance can't make any claims of cure, prevention, or anything else, but the science will speak for itself if you do the research. It's okay to be skeptical, but we encourage you, don't be cynical.
There you go. And I think the other thing, Tom, is people don't get up and pound their chest and say, I got this many cars, and there are people that do, obviously, or I have a yacht or whatever. To me, they're in it for the right reasons. Not that they don't want to excel and do well, but it's the approach. That's what attracted me to this.
Yeah. Same with me. I think we all want to be associated with people doing things for the right reason. And not get caught up in the hype. It's out there. I call the silver object. There's a lot of it out there.
Sure.
Some of it's valid. A lot of it is not. And that's what I've been around the block a few years in businesses, and I've been involved with other network marketing companies for usually around the product, not so much to build the business, but I'm here for both reasons, the product and the business.
Oh, absolutely.
The people are phenomenal. That's what excites me more than anything else. The quality of individuals, up and down from the top of the company all the way down to the newest person. They're in here for the right reason, and we just encourage people. Whatever you choose in a business, make sure it's dear to your heart and you're passionate about it, and you know that you're going to make a difference in somebody's life. If you can do that, it's a win-win-win for everybody. So. Well, with that, my friend, anything else?
That's really about it. It's always good hearing Ben, even if it was on record, man. I love listening to that guy speak.
Yeah. The good old Southerner, good thing, one question, a 3-second answer.
Right.
It could have been 10 minutes with
Oh,
Ben.
that's okay. You know.
But he's awesome. I love Ben. He's a great example of success for the right reason. So, and he can pound his chest. He's done some significant things.
Oh,
So,
absolutely. You know, and he's hung around a few people in his past that, you know, Dr. Napoleon Hill and Zig Ziglar, and the list continues, you know.
Bob Proctor and so on and so forth.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey,
Og Mondino.
right.
All
Apollo
these-
astronauts, you know, we could go on and on and on, but
Yeah. He's been a great influencer, and he's changed a lot of people's lives. And I'm glad to have him part of our team, part of our personal team, plus the ASEA team. We're blessed to have somebody like Ben part of our company.
absolutely.
Yeah. So I'm losing my voice, my friend. I don't
You know, hey, you're doing great considering. I do. How do you feel now? Are you still a little discomfort in your foot, or?
Yeah, it's still there, but not. I can walk around without screaming or anything. So
Well, good.
yeah,
So you're pseudo Patrick Mahomes. So, you know.
that's it. I was, when you saw him on the bench after he came off that injury in that game, how he's grimacing and screaming.
Right.
That's gout. That's how you react. Yeah. So.
Well, Tom, I appreciate you doing this and sharing that. That I have not seen that, and that was awesome. You know,
Yeah,
just
he's got another one we'll play if we don't have a guest next week. More about the product, what he saw personally for him and Gigi, his wife,
right.
and why the product. Because I think that's the most important thing in network marketing is not what you can do with a business model, but really analyzing, is the product unique enough that appeals to everybody or a bigger audience than this product does. There isn't anybody that can't benefit from the ASEA product line, not one individual. Can't say that about a lot of other nutritional lines of product, because this falls in nutrition, but it's not a nutritional product.
Right.
Totally category by itself. So we're unique. We're the only player in this space, and we're going to dominate it. Even if somebody could figure out what ASEA did, we'll dominate it. We'll be so far ahead of everybody that when you say ASEA, it's going to be a household name, just like a lot of other companies and opportunities and businesses are out there. When you think of something around health, ASEA will be the first name that will pop to your mind. That's a great business to be in. We are going to be a household name, no doubt about it. It takes people like Mark and myself just to share the good news. So the more we share,
Like you said, not being embarrassed. I mean, how can you be with a product line like this? It's first class all the way. Yeah. And I was impressed when Ben said the products work. I mean, that was in the very beginning there of this recording. That stuck out in my mind. I said, wow, he came clean and said, yeah, they do.
Yeah. And he's seen it with his wife with some of her discomfort. And that's, he cared enough about her to have her try it. Right. She had a tremendous success with it. And he goes, yeah, I'm in now. There's no placebo here, so no placebo here. So with that all said, Mark.
Well, that's all I got. I shared this out a few places. I shared it out on Facebook, just so you know, behind the scenes, I was doing that.
I figured that. I appreciate it, Mark. You can do that.
No worries.
I still got to figure out how to do that myself.
That's okay. I'm slowly getting into this. And by the way, this platform that Tom's, speaking to us, actually both of us here, it's Be Connected, and this is another tool that you need to look at. I'm slowly getting it, but it's pretty cool, Tom. It really is.
Yeah, it's a tool for businesses. It allows us to communicate to where we're doing here, and can do more than what we've been accustomed with the names that we use off the top of our head, Zoom and StreamYard. This is an all-in-one platform. It's a business building platform designed for business people.
Right.
So it's going to open a lot of doors for us as business people here. And no matter what your business, we encourage you to look at Be Connected. So I'll play that little painter going out as our closeout tonight, and we'll call it call it an evening. Okay.
Thanks.
Mark?
Hey, as always, thank you. I hope you're feeling better. I know Miss Kathy will take really good care of you, and so just listen. You know.
Yes, she keeps me on task. You shouldn't be eating that.
Yep. I didn't want to ask, but I know. Yeah, I could see that.
So this is our other corporate sponsor. So we encourage you to inquire about what this is. Be connected. And we'll wrap it up, Mark. Let's have a good evening.
Thank you. Thanks again, Tom, for
You
sharing.
got it.